Good morning, everyone, and good afternoon and good evening, whichever applies to you. Jai Sadhudev to everyone. Thank you very much for joining this interesting series of event, which today is the second one. Yesterday we had done one event which was related with Ayurveda, and today, this morning, we are all connected to do, not just to hear, rather to perform something. And what is that? That is Yogasan. In this particular 1 hour session, just let me tell everyone what is going to happen for roughly around 45 minutes. 40 to 45 minutes, we all will be practicing Yogasana along with our expert. I'll introduce him also before we start. And then after that 45 minutes, we would have some question and answer session also, where if any one of you wants to ask something to the expert related with Yogasana. Say, for example, if you have some pain in the neck and you want to understand what type of different Yogasana is there or something else, probably you can ask those type of questions to our expert. I'm not going to take too much of time, but just before I invite our expert who has joined us from India, Sri Vibhuti Bhushan Mishra ji, just let me give a little bit of introduction about him. He is a passionate person about Yogasana. He is still quite young, but his credentials are very interesting and very nice. Just let me give you some background about him. He's a trained Yogasana master teacher from various different institutes, including, just let me read it out, the International Shivananda Yoga in Kerala, Sri Vivekananda Yoga in Jigni, and similarly there are other institutes also from where he has obtained the certification as a trainer, and now he has been associated with us since quite long time. And right now he is based in Mumbai, where he is not just teaching Yogasana. In fact, yoga therapy also is one of his area where he includes, where he puts his lots and lots of time to serve the society and work for their benefit. So today we are fortunate enough to have Vibhuti ji with us to take us through the Yogasanas. And I would like to welcome each one of you again on this special series of events on the occasion of celebration of International Day of Yoga organized by Vihangam Yoga Singapore. So let's all set up, and I would request everyone to, wherever possible, to be on video so that Vibhuti ji can see us performing. And it may be possible that sometimes we know that we are hearing well, we are performing well as per what instructor is mentioning, but sometimes if somebody sees us from outside, he can identify we may be doing something wrong. So for our own benefit, please let us be on video so that Vibhuti ji can see some of us and identify whether there is any problem or any different steps or wrong steps we are doing, so that he can pinpoint and mention that. So I'd request all the participants, to whatever number of possible it is, please be on video. I will be on video, not like this, but something bigger one, so that I can be seen and I can be benefited out of what Vibhuti ji is mentioning. So thank you very much, Vibhuti ji, for joining with us, taking out time for us to make us understand, make us know and practice together the Yogasana. Now I hand over this platform to you to take this whole session for roughly around 40 to 45 minutes in terms of performance, and you are free now to speak, elaborate, mention things whichever way you want to do, and then we will do 15 minutes question and answer session. Thank you, Vibhuti ji. Back to you for your start. Thank you.
Thank you, Subhashji. Thanks a lot for giving me this opportunity to share my experience and practice with you all. So everyone, sit in any comfortable position. Place your both hands in Gyan Mudra, touching your thumb and index finger. Keep your back, head, neck, and one line. Close your eyes. Relax yourself. Bring your awareness to your body. Become aware of your breath. Just observe your breath. We'll start with 3 times Om chanting. Take a deep inhale, and while exhaling, chant Om. Inhale deeply. Inhale. Inhale. Join your palms together into prayer position. We will chant Astoma Sadgamaya mantra, opening prayer all together. Om Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Mritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Rub your palms, make it warm. Keep your eyes closed. Once it is heated, very gently place your palms around your eyes. Slowly drop your hands down, then gently you may open your eyes. So, there are some rules which I will be sharing initially before practicing yoga. Whoever having any special disease, critical disease like high blood pressure, back pain, or recently surgery have been done, they should first advise to the doctor. They should take advice from the doctor or yoga therapist. Then only they should practice any kind of asana or pranayama. And we all should practice asana and pranayama in an empty stomach and in a comfortable clothes. Okay, so we'll start with the simple asanas. Sit in any comfortable position. Place your palms on the knees, your back, head, neck in one line. Close your eyes. Once inhale deeply and exhale completely. And now inhale, and as you exhale, drop your neck down, bring your chin towards the chest. Then while inhaling, lift your head up and then bring it back. Exhale down. Inhale up and back. Exhale down. Inhale up and back. Exhale to the center and relax. Now inhale deeply, and while exhaling, drop your head towards the right side, trying to touch your right ear towards the right shoulder without lifting your shoulders up. Keep your shoulders stable. Just drop your ears towards the shoulder. And inhale to the center. And exhale, left ear towards the left shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, right ear, right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Inhale, center, and relax. Then once inhale deeply, and while exhaling, keep your chin parallel to the ground and bring it towards your right shoulder. Then inhale to the center. Exhale, chin towards your left shoulder. Do not drop your chin towards your shoulder. Keep your chin parallel to the ground. And inhale to the center. Exhale towards left side. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center, and relax. Now slowly stand on your mat. You can keep your feet together, and if you are a beginner, you can keep your feet a little bit apart, parallel to each other. Hands beside your body. Then as you inhale, bring your both hands parallel to the shoulders, palms facing each other. And exhale, while inhaling, bring your hand back. Exhale, forward, hands in and out, breathing. Inhale, back. Exhale, forward. Inhale, back. Exhale, forward. Inhale, back. Exhale, forward. Once more. Inhale, back. Exhale, forward. Now slowly drop your hands down. Keep your normal breath. Relax yourself. Once inhale deeply. And exhale completely. And now, as you inhale, lift your both hands up. And then exhale down. Inhale up. While exhaling, make fist and bring it down with full force. Inhale, expand your fingers, lift it up. Exhale down while making fist, bring it down. Inhale, expand your fingers, lift it up with full of energy. And then exhale down. Once more, inhale, expand your fingers, lift it up. Exhale, make fist, and then bring it down. Relax yourself, keep your normal breath. Again, lift your both hands up. Here you can bring your both feet in line with your shoulders. Lift your both hands up, palms facing each other. Then inhale, and while exhaling, twist your body towards the right side from your waist. Place your left palm on your right shoulder and bring your right hand behind and then look behind. Like this from right side, trying to look your left shoulder, left heel. Then inhale, center. Then exhale towards the left side. Right palm on your left shoulder, left hand behind, and look towards your right heel. Inhale, center once more. Exhale towards right side. Inhale, center. Then exhale towards the left side. Inhale, center, and relax. Now, again, you may join your feet together, or you can keep it a little apart if you are beginner, in order to keep the balance. Then place your both hands on your waist and then rotate it clockwise. Then anti-clockwise. Relax yourself and join your feet together. Bend your knees, place your hands above it, and then rotate it very gently. Your awareness on your knee joints, normal breathe. Then anti-clockwise. And relax. Again, you may slightly apart your feet, or you can keep it together. You may place your hands next to your body, or you can place it on your waist as you are comfortable. And while inhaling, come on your toes, stretch your body up, and then exhale down. Inhale up, stretch your body up, come on your toes, exhale down. And inhale up, and exhale down. Once more, inhale up, exhale down. Very good. Relax. Now, apart your feet, give a gap between your both feet around 1.5 to 2 feet according to your height. Keep your feet parallel to each other. And inhale, lift your right hand up. While exhaling, bend your body towards your left side. And inhale up, drop your hand down. And inhale, lift your left hand up. And then while exhaling, drop your body towards the left side. Inhale up, exhale, drop your left hand down. And again, inhale, lift your right hand up. While exhaling, drop your body towards the left side. Very good. Inhale up, exhale, drop your right hand down. And inhale, lift your left hand up. And exhale, drop your body towards the right side. Inhale up, exhale, drop your right hand down. Relax yourself. This was some little exercises to warm up our body, to open our muscles and joints. Next, we'll practice sun salutation, Surya Namaskar. It is advised that any asana or pranayama we are practicing, we should practice under the guidance of any teacher. Even Swamiji, Maharshi Sadguru Sarafal Devji Maharaj has also written in his one of the scripture called Yog Chandrika. Any yogasana practice should not be practiced by on their own or like after reading a book. So it's advice to practice in a guidance of any yoga instructor, so that we do not do any wrong postures or any wrong way we don't practice, in order to avoid the side effect of the asanas. It is said that if you are practicing on your own asana or pranayama, you may get some like side effect of that, like some bad disease or like many things you may get. So due to that only, I would like to request everyone to switch on your video if you are comfortable, and then practice with me, okay? So that I can make some of the corrections, I can see how you all are doing. So it will be easy to guide you all. Okay? So next we'll practice sun salutation. Everyone come on the top of your mat. Keep your feet together, hands beside your body. Close your eyes. Relax yourself. Anyone who is having back pain, please avoid this practice, or any critical disease. Relax yourself. Now inhale, and while exhaling, join your both palms, bring it into prayer position. And next, inhale, lift your both hands up, keep your arms and ears parallel and slightly arch back. Then exhale, bend your body forward from your hip joints like this, and place your palms next to the feet. Then if you need, you may bend your knees here like this. Then inhale, bring your right leg back, drop your knee down, your right toes pointing back, then look forward. And retain your breath, bring your left leg back into push-up position. Do not lift your hips up or bring it down, keep it in one line. Okay? Then exhale, drop your knees, chest, chin or forehead down, and keep your hips up, elbows closer to your body. And inhale, lift your head and chest up, point your toes back, keep your heels together, and lift your head and chest up, keep your elbows slightly bent. Here, do not straighten your elbows like this. If you straighten your elbows, you may get lower back pain. So keep your elbows slightly bent, your heels together, toes pointing back, and look up slightly. Concentration on your lower back. And then exhale slowly. Lift your hips up, heels to the ground with your feet together, trying to touch your heels to the ground. Okay, and look towards your navel. And inhale slowly, bring your right foot between your palms, drop your left knee down, left toe pointing back, then look forward. And exhale, bring your left leg next to the right, your head towards the knees. If you need, you may bend your knees. Inhale, lift your both hands up, slightly arch back. And then exhale, hands down. This was the half round of it. We practiced from the right leg. Next, we'll practice from our left leg. Again, inhale and exhale, join your both hands, bring it into prayer position. And inhale, lift your both hands up, slightly arch back. Keep your arms and ears parallel. Very good. Then exhale, slowly bend your body forward from your hip joints. Place your both palms next to your feet. If you need, you may bend your knees. Then inhale, bring your right leg back as you can. Then drop your right knee down to your right toes pointing back. Look forward. And retain your breath. Bring your left leg back into prayer, into push-up position. Body in one line. Then exhale, drop your knees, chest, chin, and forehead down. And inhale, lift your head and chest up. Your elbows slightly bent. Do not straighten your elbows. Some of you are straightening your elbows. Please keep your elbows bent. And exhale, lift your hips up, heels to the ground, inverted V pose. And inhale slowly, bring your left leg forward between your palms. Drop your right knee down, your right toes pointing back. Look forward, very good. And exhale, bring your right leg next to the left, your head towards the knees. And inhale, lift your both hands up slightly, arch back. And then exhale, hands down. Apart your leg, feet, your hands. Completely loosen yourself. Concentrate on your breathe. Relax yourself. Take the full advantages of sun salutation. Your eyes are closed. You are completely relaxed. Your hands are hanging. Your concentration on your breath. You are relaxing yourself. Now slowly, you may relax. Then apart your feet around 1.5 to 2 feet. Okay, give a gap between your both feet around 1.5 to 2 feet. Keep your both heels in one line. Okay, both heels are in one line. Then slowly bring your right foot towards the right side. Your left foot 90-degree angle, right foot towards the right side. And while inhaling, lift your both hands up. Bring your palms parallel to your shoulders, palms facing down. Very good. Then exhale, slowly bend your right knee, drop your hips down, and look towards your right palm, keeping your right knee and ankle in one line. Okay, your right thigh parallel to the ground. Do not be like this. Okay, keep your right knee and ankle in one line, your right thigh parallel to the ground, your left toes touching to the ground, and lifting your both hands parallel to the shoulders, looking towards your right palm. Okay, enjoy the stretchings of your left thigh, hamstring muscles. Right knee, just be there. Keep your normal breath, everyone. Concentrate on your breath or on the hamstring muscles. 4 more, 5. Very good. Do not bend your elbows. Keep looking towards your right palm. This looks very easy, but a little bit hard. 3, 2, and then 1. Very good. Slowly, be there only. Then if you can, from here, slowly place your right palm next to the right foot. If you cannot, you may just place it here like this. Bending your elbows, you may just place it above your knee, okay, on your thighs like this. Then bring your left hand over your head and look towards your left palm. If you can place your right palm next to your right foot, you come like this. If you cannot, place it here like this and then look towards your left palm. Do not bend your left leg. Keep your left knee straightened. Keep looking towards your left palm. Bend your elbows. You may place your right hand on your thigh or place your right palm next to the right foot. Bring your left hand over your head. Keep looking towards your left palm, like this. Like this we have to come, okay? Not like this. Bring your palm over your head. Look towards your palm. Be there. Keep your normal breath. For more 5, 4. Relax. 3. Your normal breath. 2. And then 1. Inhale up and exhale. Relax yourself. Relax for a while. Just loosen yourself and relax. Next, we'll practice from our left side. Can apart your feet, give a gap between your both feet around 1.5 to 2 feet or according to your height. Bring your left foot towards the left side, right foot at 90-degree angle. Then lift your both hands up parallel to the shoulder, palms facing down. Inhale, and as you exhale, bend your right knee. Then look towards your left arm. Keep your left thigh parallel to the ground. Left knee and ankles are in one line. Okay, do not do like this or bring it over the toe. Okay, it should be in one line. Then keep looking towards your left palm. 5, 4. Very good, all of you. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale. And now again, exhale. Slowly, you may place your left palm next to the left foot and bring your right hand over your head, or you can just bend your elbow, place your left palm on your left thigh and look towards your right palm, bringing your right hand over your head. For more 5, keep your normal breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale up and exhale slowly. Relax yourself. Now just lie down on your mat on the help of your abdomen into Makarasana, placing your one palm on another, joining your toes each other, aparting your heels, placing your head on the palms and relax yourself for a while. Concentrate on your lower back. This is called Makarasana. This is a relaxing pose, very good for your entire back. Now slowly, join your heels together. Place your both palms next to your chest, your head or chin on your mat, like this. Bring your elbows closer to your body. Do not keep it apart like this. Bring your elbows closer to your body, apart your fingers. Then inhale, lift your head and chest up, keeping your elbows slightly bent. Do not straighten your elbows here. Then exhale, slowly go down. Okay, we'll practice Bhujangasana breathing exercise. Inhale, slowly lift your head and chest up. And then exhale, go down. Do not straighten your elbows, very good. Inhale. And exhale, down. Inhale, slowly up. Very good, Srinivasji, Suhasji, everyone. Exhale, down. Once more, inhale, lift your head and chest up and be there. Please keep your elbows slightly bent. Your eyes are closed here. You are keeping your normal breath, your concentration on your lower back. Keep concentrating on your lower back. Keep lifting your head and chest up as much as you can. If it is too much for you, do not force yourself too hard. You may come down and relax. For more 5, 4, 3, 2, then 1. Exhale down. Now from this position only, slowly lift your head and chest up. Keep your heels apart. Then exhale, come into child pose, Shashank Asana, like this. Place your hips between your heels. If you are uncomfortable, you can apart your knees as much as you can and then place your head on the mat. Even if you're uncomfortable, you can lift your hips up like this in order to place your head on the mat, and then you can relax like this. This is the counter pose of Bhujangasana. In asanas, we practice to keep our body in balance. We practice counter pose of every asanas so that we don't get any side effect of asanas. Then slowly lie down in Shavasana on your back, keeping your palms, feet apart, placing your palms towards the ceiling. Lie down on your back, feet apart, hands apart, palms facing up. Relax yourself, close your eyes. We have practiced some of the basic asanas. Be relaxed. Your eyes are closed. No any stress or tension on your body. You are completely relaxed. Bring your awareness to your abdominal muscles. Just observe how it is moving up and down without manipulating your breathing rate. Just keep observing your abdominal muscles. Now slowly, as you inhale, bulge your abdomen like a balloon. Inhale deeply and exhale, sink in. Then inhale deeply and exhale, sink in. Inhale deeply and exhale, sink in. Continue on your own for more 3 rounds. Deeply inhale while bulging your abdomen like a balloon. Completely exhale while sinking it in. After 3 rounds, back to your normal breathe. Relax. Observe the changes in your body. And slowly bring your awareness towards your toes. Move your toes. Then your palms. Your head side to side, right to left, left to right. And join your feet together. Bring your hands over the head, interlock your fingers, turn your palm upward, then stretch your hands up and legs down. Give a good stretch, 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 hands up, legs down, stretch, 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 and release. Now completely turn yourself towards the right side. Relax towards your right side. Keep your eyes closed. And slowly come up to sit in any cross-leg position. If you have knee pain, you may sit on your chair. If you are not comfortable, sit on the floor. You may sit on the chair or sofa. Relax yourself. Quickly, we'll practice one pranayama for 2 minutes and then we'll practice full yogic breath. Place your one palm on your abdomen, one palm on your chest. Then while inhaling, inhale deeply. Bring your abdomen out, then expand your chest. And exhale, pull your abdomen in, relax your chest. Do not press your abdomen or chest from your palms, just to feel your movement. We are placing our palms on our abdomen and chest. So inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Inhale deeply first into your abdomen and further inhalation expand your chest. And exhale. Inhale deeply into your abdomen and then into your chest. And exhale completely. Inhale deeply. And exhale completely. Keep your eyes closed and keep practicing. Inhale deeply. And exhale completely. Once more, inhale deeply and exhale completely. Slowly, you may drop your hands down and relax yourself. Many of you, while practicing this pranayama, first you are expanding your lungs, expanding your chest, and then you are pulling your abdomen in. So this is wrong. While practicing, first we have to bring our abdomen out, push our abdomen out, and then we have to expand. Okay? This is a very basic pranayama, but it takes many people to learn, like around 7 to 10 days. And why this is called full yogic breath? Because one who practices yoga or only one who one who practices yoga or a baby child, they are having this breathing technique. Rest of the people, they are having chest breathing, not full yogic breath. Like normally you can observe while lying down on our back, you can just observe after this session, just place your one palm on your abdomen, one palm on your chest. Observe. First, you inhale into your abdomen and then into your chest, and then exhale, same way. But while sitting, standing, and then running, walking, whatever we are doing, except sleeping, we switch our breath to the chest breathing. Like here, while inhaling, first we expand our chest and we pull our abdomen in actually, and then exhale. So this is wrong according to yogic science. So this we change through practice of yoga. So what happens after this changes? Our body gets oxygen as much as it requires. Okay. While like once we are having chest breathing, we think that we are inhaling too much. We are utilizing all the lungs capacity, but we don't do actually in this chest breathing. Okay, so we teach like full yogic breath in a yogic science. It comes that to switch your chest breathing into your full yogic breath. So like while walking, while sleep, while running, while standing, while sitting, anytime you are having full yogic breath, and you are your body is getting oxygen as much as it requires. So by this a little exercise, a little pranayama only, we are like devoid of many kind of many disease which we get from lack of the oxygen in our body. Okay? So I think time is up and we have to. So we'll like just place your both hands in Gyan Mudra. Keep your back, head, neck in one line. We will chant 3 times Om and then we will conclude this session. And we'll have question answer time. Keep your back, head, neck in one line. Close your eyes. Once inhale deeply. And while exhaling, chant Om. Be relaxed. Join your palms and rub it. Keep your eyes closed. Make it warm. Once it is heated, very gently place it around your eyes. Do not press your eyes. You are placing your palms around your eyes gently. Then massage your face and drop your hands down, and slowly you may open your eyes. This we have just taken a glimpse of yoga. So very basic pranayama and like one pranayama and very basic asanas. Okay. Thank you all of you for practicing and joining this session.
Thank you very much, Vibhuti-ji, for your wonderful presentation. I'm sure most of us have been benefited out of this. Of course, many of us are not perfect doing all these asanas, probably because of various reasons we have, but still, the most important thing and encourageable thing is putting your own efforts. From all the participants, let's give a round of applause for everyone for participating in this particular Yogasana activity. Thank you very much for joining with us. Now, I'm not going to take too much of time. Vibhuti-ji is the expert who we are here to listen to. Please, if anyone wants to unmute yourself to ask some question related with any physical problems you have or any remedy you want through Yogasana for one particular problem, what should I do? What Yogasana I should do? Say, for example, someone has diabetes, say someone has back pain, someone has headache. What different types of remedies available in Yogasana? Please, this is the time for you to unmute yourself to ask to the expert, Vibhuti-ji. Anyone?
Yes, Vibhuti-ji. Dhanyavad.
So just before that, may I request whoever will unmute yourself, please first take your name and from where have you joined, and then come to the point and then unmute yourself. Thank you.
Jai Sadgurudev, this is Prabhat Kumar from Kuala Lumpur. Vibhuti-ji, धन्यवाद. मेरा क्वेश्चन है, मेरा एक्सीडेंट हुआ था 4 साढ़े 4 साल पहले, जिसमें घुटने में चोट लग गई थी
जी जी
उसकी वजह से मैं वज्रासन में नहीं बैठ पाता हूँ। और दूसरा, अभी जो आप आसन करा रहे थे जिसमें नी को बेंड करके राइट एंड लेफ्ट की तरफ देखना था, वो मैं
जी
इसलिए नहीं कर पाता हूँ। इसको
जी
बढ़ाने,
जी
इसको ठीक करने के लिए क्या करना चाहिए?
कुछ सूक्ष्म के साइजेस जो कि नीज के, और फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल तो मतलब आप डॉक्टर से पहले कंसल्ट कर लीजिए कि हम जो है कुछ आसनाज कर सकते हैं कि नहीं, जो नी आसनाज है। अगर डॉक्टर आपको एडवाइस करता है, फिर कुछ नी आसनाज है जो कि आप प्रैक्टिस कर सकते हैं, जिससे श्योरली आप बेनिफिटेड रहेंगे उसमें।
अच्छा, मतलब डॉक्टर से कंसल्ट करना पड़ेगा?
जी जी। उसके बाद देखिए, आसन जो होता है ये बहुत सूक्ष्म सी चीजें हैं। जस्ट मैं आपको आप लोग को एक एग्जांपल दूंगा। जब मैं रोटेट कर रहा हूँ ये नेक को, ठीक है ना, ये मैंने ऐसे किया,
Sorry,
ठीक है।
Vibhuti ji, to
जी
interrupt.
जी।
It's better to speak in English. I
ओह
mean,
सॉरी,
there
या
are some
या
people asking question
ओके
in Hindi is
ओके
fine, no problem. But it's better if you can reply in English,
ओके
please, because
ओके
there are
ओके
some few people who may not understand Hindi. Thank you.
ओके ओके, थैंक यू। So there are very subtle things while we practice asana. I will just I will give an example of it. Like I am rotating my neck here like this. This one is first, and then second one is this. Did you get any changes between that? So first I practiced, it was wrong. Like this, I was practicing. My whole neck muscle was not engaged into that. Okay. But second, when I practice like this, so my whole neck muscles were engaged like this. So from first one, like I am rotating my chin also like this, okay, moving. So you might feel like only this side muscles are getting engaged, okay. But when you are rotating, like bringing your chin towards the chest, then dropping right ear towards the right shoulder, bring it back, then left shoulder, left ear towards the left shoulder, chin towards the chest, then you can feel your complete neck muscles are getting engaged, okay. This is a very little thing which we do not get to know. So if these things are changed, we are devoid of that benefit of that asanas, and in some cases we might get harm too, okay. So that's why before practicing any asana, if you are having any kinds of critical disease or recent surgery have been done, you have met with an accident. So first you should consult with your doctor or a yoga therapist, and then you should practice. And while practicing any asana, whether you are practicing very little asana or advanced asana, you should practice in under any yoga expert only, okay. It's better, sir, you first take advice to your doctor whether you can practice knee asanas or not, whether your body is like eligible to practice it or not, and then like you may continue with that.
Thank you, Vibhuti ji.
Yes, Nehruji, I think you want to ask something.
Yes.
Please.
जय सद्गुरुदेव।
Yes.
मेरा एक ही प्रश्न है, बहुत बहुत सालों acute
Nehruji, can I request you to
genetically acute? Yeah.
No, I just switched off your video because sound was not coming properly from your side.
I will stop video, you mean?
I have stopped already. Please continue.
Okay, I'll stop the video. Now it's okay?
Yeah, go on, please. Yes.
Okay. My problem is acute constipation, Vibhuti ji. And I have already doing some 5 asanas for this constipation as prescribed in the yoga asana.
Okay.
Yet the constipation is not cured at all. Acutely, absolutely.
The voice is not audible, sir. I
My
think.
son is also there on the constant. Can you accept? Yeah.
I didn't hear you.
He has acute constipation. My
Okay.
yes.
And
he has acute constipation. He tries exercises. He takes medicines. He does asanas as well.
Okay.
Is there anything that you would like to advise him on?
Okay. May I know what all asanas?
Just one more thing, Vibhuti ji.
Yeah.
Probably, I think it is an important information I'd like to tell. So Nehru ji is 80 plus. Okay. First thing is that, and he is very active from his physic side, and as well as doing meditations and all those kind of things. So probably, even if you want to let him know and understand a little bit of harder thing also, I think he should be fine.
Okay. Okay. So may I know what all the asanas you practice?
I'm doing almost 20 asanas every day, Vibhuti ji. Right from morning 3:15 I get up,
Okay.
and then all these mantras, there's a Gayatri mantra, the other mantras, and then yoga asanas.
Okay, good.
For constipation,
So 5 types of pranayam also I do every day.
Constipation, you said no, like
each.
5 kinds of asanas.
All this takes me about 3 hours, right, from 3:15 to
Okay,
almost this time 7 o'clock.
Okay.
constipation ke liye
And
kaun
then
si ready ho boli?
in
Constipation.
that I actually am walking, therefore I'm getting short of breath. Let me stop and then talk to you. I do yoga asanas, the to have my breath. Yes. Sarvangasana, I take Pavan Muktasana, I do Balasana, I do Mandukasana, I do Pavan, then I do your what you call so many, Pavan. Then I do Surya Namaskar 12 times every day.
Okay.
Constipation ke liye kaun sa karne ready?
So there are some.
ये तो बोले ना हलासन, सर्वांगासन, पवन मुक्तासन, बालासन.
Okay. So there are some asanas, some sets of asanas which you should practice when you are having constipation. Okay. And I think it's like I can't demonstrate now because we are having a very short period of time and I don't want to demonstrate very quickly.
You tell me the names of the asanas, that will be enough for me.
Okay, so you can practice Tadasana, Tiryak Tadasana.
Tadasana.
Yeah, and Bhujangasana. Bhujangasana.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Kak Chalasana. And some of the twisting poses you may do. Okay, this will certainly help you. Okay.
Achha.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Vibhuti ji. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Anyone more question, please?
Yes, sir. Dev. My name is Pranav. My question is that which yoga is main for children's age 8?
Which yoga is good? You can practice most of the asana, every asana you can practice, but especially I will advise you to practice some of the pranayama like Kapalbhati, Nadi Shuddhi, or Anulom Vilom, and then extending to it Nadi Shuddhi, Brahmani, which will increase your
Yeah, so I think Pranaji, what Vibhuti ji is saying, the age at what you are,
okay.
8, 9, 10, I think Pranaji, you can do any kind of asana because this is the time when you are completely flexible with your body, right?
Yeah.
But definitely don't do just like this. You need to have a guidance, and on that guidance, please, you can perform. That guidance can be from YouTube because or in person by someone, but you can slowly do any type of asana at this stage. There is no any restriction as such that you should not do something.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Anyone else wants to have more question or anything? Anyone? Just last one. Yes, yes, Ranjit ji.
Vibhuti ji, okay. Actually, yesterday I also asked the same question to the Ayurvedic teacher. Okay, the same thing I'm asking. Okay, generally that question is very common. Actually, means after lunch, right, we feel laziness. Okay, the productivity of our work, it goes down. Okay, can you suggest some asana or something so that we can have the same productivity what we have in the morning? It will last till the evening. Means it should not go down actually after lunch, because it is like, for me, it takes around 2 to 3 hours after lunch. That laziness still it will continue.
Okay. So after food, only one asana is advised, is called Vajrasana. You may practice that. Okay. So in order to keep your energy like maintain, like divide the laziness, I think you may reduce like food. You may have light food. That will help certainly, I think. And then next you may practice Vajrasana, which helps to digest our food. So it will help, I think.
Okay, yeah, noted here. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so I think we are very well on time today. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining with us. Definitely, we would have some more sessions in future, depending on the requirement and the request. And here I'd like to thank Vibhuti ji for his time. And just for one more thing, Vibhuti ji has given all of his time now to be based in Mumbai ashram, where he is taking care of all such kind of yogasana activities to teach people, as well as yoga therapy as well. So at any one time, if somebody needs to have any guidance or you want to have one-on-one discussion for something, please let us know. We can connect you with Vibhuti ji at any time. He is always, all the time, means of course with pre-decided time, he is available. Just to come to the point that this is the end of the session basically here. But just to remind all of you that we have another session in the evening today at 7:15, which is related with Havan. We are not going to perform Havan. Okay, first thing, we are not going to perform Havan. It is about to be more aware. What is Havan? We have been hearing Havan, 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 but what is Havan? Why should we do? What is involved into this? We are just trying to bring awareness about Havan and few more things related with Havan. If anyone wants to perform Havan or participate in Havan, we have that facility as well. So all those kind of things we will be discussing today in the evening, 7:15 p.m. Singapore time. You can see on the slide right now. The last is event of this series of events on the occasion of International Day of Yoga. And then after this session of 7:15 p.m., we would continue at 8 p.m. our regular meditation practice session. Thank you very much once again for all of you to join with us, and especially to Vibhuti ji for your time and effort. And it was so simple. I think all of us, there were some people joined with us who are, I think, at age 50 plus, and I'm sure the event, the pranayam and the yogasana which you just went through, we all went through together with Vibhuti ji. It was so easy, but it's still effective. I performed today yogasana after, I think, quite a long time because of my backache. I was not able to do, but today I felt so relaxed. I sweated also, because even if it was very easy asanas, but if we sync our breathing with the yogasana movement, it becomes really effective. And thank you, Vibhuti ji, for showing a demonstration with two different ways for the neck exercise, how people do it wrongly and how exactly one has to perform. And if breathing is linked to it, it becomes really more and more effective. So please be aware about what you are doing and do it perfectly. Not perfectly, but we cannot probably, but at least do as right as possible. Then it becomes more and more beneficial to all of us. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining with us. Have a nice time ahead. Have a nice Saturday. Enjoy time with your family, and Jai Sadgurudev to everyone.